in Singapore, shares of leading commodities supply chain manager Olam currently looking like this. They're higher by 1.2% in the session. Our next guest has a price target of 82 cents, which implies this stock still has some way down to go. He is maintaining a sell rating on Olam. Here to tell us what's behind that call is Ngurnan Tiruchelvan, equities analyst at RBS. He joins us now live on set. Great to have you with us today. Let's put that call on Olam on hold for a second. What I wanted to talk to you about first is the concerns that we're seeing about this virus and just what sort of impact it's going to have in this space.
Yes, the swine flu virus is obviously a tragic event. There have been a number of fatalities, but actually it would be positive for the palm oil price and for the plantation stocks. So the main driver for our case is that when there is a swine flu epidemic, there would be a mass slaughter of pigs. When there's a mass slaughter of pigs, there would be less demand for soybean meal. There are two derivatives of soybean meal and soybean oil. When there is less crushing of soybean because of the less demand for soybean meal, there would be a shortage of soybean oil because there are two derivatives, as I said. 80% of soybean goes into soybean meal and only 20% into soybean oil. So as an unintended consequence of this, there would be a shortage of soybean oil and soybean oil prices will go up, and that would be positive for the palm oil price.
Any particular stocks that you'd be watching in that sector?
Well, all the palm oil stocks would be interesting in this scenario. We have a buy on the palm oil sector, so the stocks that I would recommend would be first and foremost Golden Agri, which gives you a very good exposure to the palm oil price. There is also Sime Darby. We have IOI, KLK, as well as Astra Agro. So we have buys on all these stocks.
On all of those palm oil stocks in particular. All right, let me go back to Olam now and ask you about this. There's certainly some interesting changes that you've made to both your price target but also to your recommendation.
That's correct. We continue to have a sell on Olam, but we've increased our price target to 82 cents. But even at the increased target price, we have 47% downside. So we see Olam as a significantly overvalued company. It's a company which is trading at 15 times earnings, but has 3 times gearing. And for that reason, we are concerned about the level of leverage.
So it's really a debt problem you see in Olam?
Yes. It's a debt problem which has been compounded by the fact that the company has a cash cycle of 100 days. It takes 100 days for the company to collect cash, whereas its competitors like Noble have a cash cycle of just 6 days, and ADM and Bunge have just about 20 days. So if a company is extending so much credit to its customers, it's a very dangerous scenario.
A significant difference there, obviously, between 6 days and 100 days. Yes. Noble, you mentioned Noble. Is this the company that you do have a buy recommendation on in that space?
We do have a buy on Noble. We have a target price of 152. The company is well managed. It has exposure to rising commodity volumes as opposed to commodity prices. The earnings of the company will go up with higher commodity volumes. And that's why we have a buy on this conservatively managed company.
Buy on Noble, sell on Olam.
That's correct.
All right. Ngurnan, great to have you with us today. Thank you so much for joining us.
Yes.
Ngurnan Tiruchelvan with me there from RBS.